Welcome friends to Muskrat Links. Today I was able to get my hands on one of the rarest Titleist balls I've ever had. It's the Pro V1x Plus. We're gonna put it head to head against the normal Pro V1x and see what all the hype is about. Let's go. Hope you guys have had a great holiday season so far. I think this video is going to be coming out on New Year, so happy New Year's to all of you guys. Thank you for making this such a great year here on Muskrat Links Golf. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Join the Muskrat Links Golf team if you haven't already. I've got my relatively holiday festive gear on today.
I didn't say it was good or bad. It's something.
But hey, we're going to be here on the Sky Track. We're going to be doing some driver tests, some 7-iron tests, and some 58-degree tests to see what is so special about this Pro V1x Plus golf ball. And the fun part is, I don't even know what the difference is supposed to be. So I'm keeping myself blind for this test. I bought this golf ball like 7 months ago when one popped up on eBay. They are super rare. They were only released for a couple tour players and a few other people to test, so I've been very lucky to get my hands on one of them. But make sure to watch to the end because we are going to compare our data with what the ball is actually supposed to do and see how well we did, really. And I think we're also going to cut this thing in half and see what's inside compared to the normal Pro V1x. So let's jump right in. I guess we need a Pro V1x. Where are we going to find one of them? Yeah, we might have a couple of them kicking around in here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this one will do. Same year, perfect condition. Let's go. Oh, I forgot. I've got some Christmas lights for you guys as well, so go ahead and enjoy that. I had these up for a different video. Hopefully that video will be coming out shortly, and that's an absolute banger. But yeah, we've got 7-iron up first here. We're going to alternate. We're going to go Pro V1x. Watch it. We're going to go Pro V1x, then Pro V1x Plus, then Pro V1x Plus, Pro V1x. You guys know how it works here on the channel. Pro V1x 7-iron up first. Let's roll. Remember guys, I do not know what the Pro V1x Plus is supposed to do. I'll look it up after and then we'll compare our data to see what we actually did out there and compare it to what Titleist said it was supposed to do. So 7-iron up first, normal Pro V1x. We're doing 8 shots, taking the best 7. A little thin out of the gate, but that's pretty good for a first swing of the day. Kept it right down the line, a little short. That one felt a little bit better. Smidge heavy, so I pulled it a little bit. Much better distance numbers on those. Okay, we can work with that. Oh, that is flushed. That's definitely the best one yet. We're starting to find the groove now. A couple shots in. There we go, out to about 170. Getting like a 20-degree launch angle. I think we had 19 on the last one and about 5,000 spin on the normal Pro V1x. Not bad, caught that one a little thin, so it's kind of slicing across a little bit shorter than the rest. Pretty good though. As you guys know, Pro V1x is one of the more common balls we find out golf ball hunting. If you haven't watched those videos on the channel, they're super popular and super fun. We also do data analysis on those as well. Pro V1 is definitely the most common ball we find, but Pro V1x isn't lagging too far behind, which is why I have like 400 of them over there. That's excessive. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's exactly what I was looking for. A little bit of a baby fade right down the pipe. Numbers, 18-degree launch angle, 5,900 spin. I think we're starting to see a pattern here. We're looking at like 19 degrees of launch angle on average and about maybe 5,400 average backspin. All right, final shot for the normal Pro V1x here. Let's see if we can flush this one right down the pipe. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Caught him a smidge heavy, so he's gonna be a little shorter than the rest, but we will take that. Actually, it went out there pretty good. Not bad at all. All right, Pro V1x Plus now. This is my first time ever hitting a golf ball like this, so I don't know what to expect. Let's see. Pro V1x going out, Pro V1x Plus coming in. I mean, realistically, I expect this to be pretty much identical. I shouldn't be able to feel much difference here. I doubt they made the compression any drastically different. Maybe the dimple pattern is different on them. I'm not sure. Again, I haven't looked up any of this stuff because I want to be as neutral as possible for this test. I don't want to be going in with any expectations or knowledge about what it's supposed to do. So really, we're just going to swing like we normally do, and I'll let you guys know how it feels. Then we'll look at all the data. The data doesn't lie. Well, I pured the first one. That one felt really good off the face. That's going to be some good distance. What are we getting? Yeah, I mean, pretty much bang on with the other ones. 20-degree launch angle, 6,092 on the backspin. So let's get some more downrange, collect some more data points here. Felt pretty good again, caught the center of the club face. That is my normal ball flight. I mean, I pushed them both a hair, but those balls are right on top of each other, so looking good so far. Being really consistent so far. We're hitting almost the exact same shot, so The dispersion's been really nice. If I had to notice one thing right off the bat, I would say it's a hair spinnier. You can see the numbers down here, 6,500. We had a couple hovering around 6,000. So right off the bat, I think it is a little bit spinnier, at least off the 7-iron. Remember, we've got driver and 58-degree wedge to test in this video as well. So we've got a ways to go, but that's what I'm first noticing. That one was nice right there. I got some good distance on that one. Bit of a pull, so it's gonna go a little bit further as well. Yeah, that one was long. Pretty good, heading out there to the left. Haven't really put one straight down the pipe yet. We've got a good cluster on the left, we've got a good cluster on the right, but neither of these are gonna be close to the hole. All right, last shot with the Pro V1x Plus. Let's see if we can strike this one right down the middle on the way out the door here. Nope, I think we had 4 nice little fades, 4 nice little draws. We've got these 2 pockets of data over there. Okay, I think that's gonna be on to the driver now, and we're gonna go Pro V1x Plus first with the driver. I'm excited for this test. Of course, we'll be using the same tee height for both of these drivers as well, so we can gather that good data. I've been hitting a significant amount of drives recently. I can't tell you guys why just yet, but again, those of you who've been around the channel for a while might know what I've been up to, so. All right, pretty good out there. Again, we're not gonna be trying to crush any of these. We're gonna be trying to hit them as consistently as we can. So we're not getting the distance we normally get. 149, I hit that a little high on the club face, so we lost some ball speed there, but launch angle and spin numbers are actually really good. So let's see if we can hit the center of the face. As you guys know, the SkyTrack does not actually measure club speed. It just guesses the club speed based on all the other factors. So all we really care about is the ball speed, the launch angle, and the backspin, which are all directly measured very accurately. There we go, that's another nice one. A little bit off the heel, so that's gonna lose some distance and ball speed as well, but carried out there 250 out to 278, decent, decent. Probably looking to cruise my ball speed at about 155 today, maybe 156. That's kind of my normal for out on the course. Another decent one, just like the last one. Pulled it a hair, a little bit off the heel again, but just about the exact same result. Beautiful looking data, nice launch angle, nice backspin. Nothing to complain about there, just want to try to square one up. I usually prefer missing off the heel than missing off the toe. The heel tends to stay pretty straight, takes a lot of spin off. Toe can be a lot hookier than the heel, so. There's a good one. We finally squared one up in the center of the club face, so that's gonna be some good distance for us. Yeah, carrying out 260 out to 290. Launch angle, pretty perfect. Backspin, pretty perfect. Ball speed, 155. That is my average drive if I've ever seen one. That's what I want my average drive to look like, I mean. Last drive with the Pro V1x Plus before swapping over to the normal Pro V1x. We got a pretty good clustering over there so far, so let's see if we can send one more down there and then plug on to the next one. Yep, that'll do nicely. A little bit off the toe, so it hooked more than I wanted to, but again, not gonna complain about that. That's finding most fairways. All right, let's run it back with the normal Pro V1x and see how that data compares. Nothing really stood out for me on that Pro V1x Plus, so we'll see how the normal Pro V1x does. Yeah, all of those 8 drives are pretty much right in the wheelhouse for what I would normally expect my drives to look like. So nothing crazy on the launch angle, nothing crazy on the backspin, nothing crazy on the ball speed. So let's see how the Pro V1x does. I'm expecting the same. Pulled that one a hair, but not a bad first ball. Again, should be about exactly the same, maybe a little bit lower spin because I pulled it a little bit, yep. Ball speed was also a bit higher as well because of the pull. About the same again, a little bit off the toe, so it's again, hooking a little more than I want it to. Let's see if we can straighten those out for the next few. Well, that's a good one, I like that one a lot. That was center of the club face, flush. That's again gonna be the perfect drive for me. 265 carry out to 295, that's gorgeous. Love that drive. That's what we wanna see, sports fans. Beautiful. Not swinging too hard, just squaring them up. Last one here with the normal Pro V1x. Yeah, last one here with the normal Pro V1x. Again, the data's a little bit too close for me to be able to eyeball and just make a judgment on, so we'll have to see at the end, but the shot shape has been very consistent here on this. I'm very happy with my drives. Again, I've probably hit like 1,500 drives in the past week, so hands are a little bit hurting. Decent last ball, kind of overhooked it a little bit, turned my hips a little quick on that one, but Hey, data's data. That one will either be kept or thrown out. We'll see. Now we move on to the 58 degree. Let's see what sort of spin numbers and launch angles we generate with these two balls. All right, we got some clean grooves. 58 degree is out here. Pro V1X, the normal one, up here first, and then we'll move on to the Pro V1X Plus. I'm expecting about 95 yards total here, maybe 95 carry if I catch it right. 9,500 backspin, I would imagine. Launch angle, I actually don't know the launch angle of my 58 degree off the top of my head. Something's telling me it's like 38 degrees, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's find out. Great for a shot here, up into the sky, carrying out to about, look at that, 100 yards on the dot. Okay, 32 degrees launch angle, I may have been carried away. 10,200 backspin on that one as well. But again, this isn't the ball I normally use, so I don't know what it's supposed to be as a baseline for me. Pulled that one a hair, so a little bit left, probably gonna be a little bit long as a result as well. Yep, a hair long. There's that 9,500 backspin, 32 degree launch angle, very consistent so far. Oh! Don't get that one. No, what are you doing? Don't read that. No one wants to see that, bro. Delete. Certainly not as tight a grouping as I would like with the 58 degree, but we are full swinging it. So again, let's see if we can get this last one right down the pipe, and then we'll move on to the Pro V1X Plus. Yeah, still push it a little bit of a fade on it, but again, that's gonna be a good shot, right with the others. Good spin, good launch angle. All right, on to the Pro V1X Plus. I'm very excited to see how it does with this 58 degree wedge, and then it's on to the data. Well, I have a rough estimate of what we're looking at here. We're probably looking at about a 33 degree launch angle and what was it, like 9,600, 9,500 on the backspin. So we'll see right off the bat how the Pro V1X Plus does in comparison to the Pro V1X. A little heavy, but a pretty good shot. It's gonna be a little shorter than the rest of them. Let's see what we get for numbers here. 33 degree launch angle, 9,800 backspin. Okay, we're pretty much right on the money at the moment. There we go, that's a much better looking one. Caught that one clean, gonna get the distance I was expecting out of it. Perfect, literally perfect. Oof, back to back identical looking shots. I'm loving the look of that one as well. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, bang on, almost the exact same shot. Beautiful wedge play. Well, I've just had like 4 really nice wedge shots in a row. That dispersion is going to be so tight on those. So I'm loving the Pro V1X Plus's dispersion right now. But again, I can't really see from the data. I can't do all that math in my head to tell what the difference is. But we are about to find out. We've got 1 shot remaining here, and then we will compare our data and find out what the results of this experiment are. And then don't forget, we're cutting this thing in half too to see what's on the inside. All right, push that one a hair, but again, that's gonna be pretty good. Certainly right in the mixer. Beautiful looking numbers. And now here we go. It's off to the data. All right, guys, I'm trying something new for this. I know the garage is really echoey for this part, so I've taken off the mic. Hello, everybody. And I'm just gonna hold it up and just talk nice and quiet for you guys. Hopefully it's not as echoey as it usually is. We went into this test not knowing what the Pro V1X Plus was supposed to do. So again, my mind is completely open. Let's see what the results are. 7 iron first, normal Pro V1X. Ball speed, again, we don't really care about ball speed, but I guess we'll look at it. 110, launch angle 19 degrees, backspin 5,600 on average. Distance isn't gonna matter too much, 156 carry out to 168. Comparing that to the Pro V1X Plus, we ended up with a little bit more ball speed. We ended up with a little bit lower launch angle, a little bit higher spin. So we had higher ball speed, higher spin, lower launch angle. Distance was pretty much identical for those, 158 carry, 156 carry. Probably just a result of the slightly higher ball speed. Also probably a result of me getting a little bit warmer with the clubs too. So maybe it's a hair spinnier, lower, maybe, I don't know. Can't really draw too many conclusions from this. Nothing definitive anyway, that's for sure. Moving on to the driver now, let's see if we can get some actual results. We've got 154 ball speed, 12 degree launch angle, 2,600 backspin. This is for the Pro V1X Plus, as you guys can see up there. Distance 251 carry out to 278. I think we're gonna be starting to see some actual differences here between the two balls. So here's the Pro V1X. We had 155, almost identical ball speed, 12 degree launch angle, identical. 2200 backspin. Now this is definitely significant compared to the Pro V1x Plus. So I would say the Pro V1x Plus is a little bit spinnier, and if we compare that to our previous data that we had with the 7-iron up here, we had almost 6,000 backspin on the Pro V1x Plus and about 5,600 backspin on the Pro V1x. So right now I'm leaning towards saying slightly higher spinning based on our data that we've collected here. All right, now on to the 58 degree. We had the normal Pro V1x up first, 82 degree ball speed, again, really don't care, 33 degree launch angle, 9,600 backspin. Rest of the numbers don't really matter too much. 95 yards of carry out to 99. Well, let's go ahead and compare these now. We ended up with 83 miles per hour ball speed on the Pro V1x Plus, 33 degree launch angle, again, exactly the same, 10,000 average backspin on that. That's again, probably just enough for me to call it significant versus the Pro V1x. Almost identical carry numbers, almost identical total yardages. All right, I think with all of this data, I am ready to make my conclusions. Before we cut these puppies in half and see if the inside has any major difference, I think I'm ready to say that the Pro V1x Plus is slightly higher spinning. I can't say anything about ball speed, launch angle, distance, or anything like that. The only bit of data that I found that I think was significant was the spin number. So that leads me to conclude that the Pro V1x Plus is a slightly higher spinning model of the Pro V1x. I'm gonna go ahead and actually look that up now and see what it's supposed to be. I was able to find some articles here, and here are the results. The Pro V1x Plus has few details released on it, but it is being used by a few people on the PGA Tour and a few people on the LPGA Tour as well. It is meant to just be a higher spinning Pro V1x. So that is so cool because that's exactly what the data showed today. Again, I went into this thinking it might be like higher launching or something like that as well, or maybe higher ball speed, different compression. But yeah, we concluded it was just gonna be higher spinning, and it says it's supposed to be higher spinning, so that is really freaking cool. According to Titleist, Billy Horschel has been using this, Scott Piercy has been testing it as well, and a few people on the LPGA that were testing it are Matilda Castren, Azahara Munoz, and Patty Tavatanakit as well. So that is really cool to see. I don't know if any of them are currently using it or not. This article was from a few months ago, back when these first came out. I guess it's probably more than a few months now. Back in the middle of the PGA and LPGA seasons, so that is awesome. Let's go ahead and crack this ball open now compared to the Pro V1x and see if there's anything inside before we sign off this video. Wow, that is freaking cool. I love it when the data makes sense and works. Woo! All right, you guys on the main camera are gonna get a little bit of an off angle. I have to film this with my phone as well so we can get a short out of the deal, because you know we gotta grind out here on the channel. So let's start with the Pro V1x, chopping this thing in half and seeing what we get. Definitely a firm ball, a little bit tougher to get through. I forget if the Pro V1x 2023 version has 4 pieces, or if it just, they went back to 3, kind of doing a layered thing in the middle. Let's go ahead and see what we got in the middle here, and it is still the 4-piece variant. We've got 4 layers there: mantle, inner core, outer core, and of course the nice cover on the outside as well. Let me see if I can get this closer. Here you guys go, there's a decent view. You can see all those beautiful layers. All right, let's move on to the Pro V1x Plus and see if we got the same build inside. Pro V1x Plus time. Let's chop this thing and see what we get. Kind of swerving off center a little bit here. That was not a good cut. Okay, this was a really crappy cut. The ball was like moving as I was squishing it. So this is what we get. It's not exactly half and half here, but different coloring. I can't exactly tell if the sizes are any different yet. So we'll have to do a little side by side here next and see what we got. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is your Pro V1x on the left and your Pro V1x Plus on the right. They look very, very similar, as we might expect. I can't tell what the difference is in the layers. Obviously, you've got the yellow versus the red. I think the core is the same color. So maybe there's like a slightly different compression outer core there that kind of leads to the different flight characteristics. That is pretty cool and pretty neat to see. Well guys, that is the end of our story here for the Pro V1x Plus and the Pro V1x. I don't know if these are ever going to be released to the public. They remain a custom performance option at the moment. But guys, if you did enjoy, please leave a like, please tap that subscribe button, join the Muskrat Links golf team today. We on the road to 10K subs, and hopefully we can get it in this new year. Happy New Year's and happy holidays to all you guys out there. But I think that's going to be it for me. Have fun out there, everyone.